They're going to introduce
Oh,
themselves.
I'm sorry, yeah. I'm sorry. This is Luigi, 92. I'm John Giovanni, and I'm 29.
So you're John Sr.?
No, and yeah, this is his uncle, and he's my brother.
I like
Oh,
that.
that's my son.
Yeah, he
My
says
oldest.
come and punish you guys.
Yeah, you guys are in for it. All right, but anyway, we want to explain something about the Venti name. You all know what Venti is, obviously. You've been to Starbucks.
Yeah.
They stole our name. Okay, so it's 20. But back in the early 1900s, my dad and his dad came here from Sicily, and they came, they landed here by, I'd say about 1911 or whatever. And our name was Venti, which was 1811. Not 1811, that's 200 years ago. Come on. So anyway, Venti was our name. That's 25. So my dad said it was too long, and he said, you know what, we're going to change it to our cousins in Sicily. That's Venti. So we went from 25 to 20. Venti to 20. So Louis and I were confused, so we go to this little town of Calichabet. That's where our folks were from. And we're there walking around trying to find out where the Venticinquas were and where the Ventis were. So we're yelling out, where's 25, where's 20? What did they tell us, the cop?
In jail.
All right, that explains the Venti name.
Yes, it does.
Now, Louis and I started a few years back, and our first gig was in Vegas. So we're getting on a plane to go to Las Vegas. We're walking to our seat. Louis in front of me. As we're walking, Louis looks back at me and says, I know that guy. I said, Louis, say hi to him.
Hi, Jack. They had cuffs on me. I'm in jail.
Hi, Jack, everybody.
Never say hi, Jack.
Never say hi, Jack, in a plane. Exactly. So anyway, we finally get there. I have to explain to him, but that the guy's name was Bill, not Jack, so he really got in trouble. But that's okay. So we go to Caesar's Palace. My brother negotiates the Caesar's Palace. But what room?
Well, I thought it was a gold room, the silver room, the emerald room, but I found out they wanted us in the men's room.
So all of a sudden, he's arguing with the guy. He's telling him, we're not playing in the men's room. But he tells the manager there, he says, we wouldn't mind playing in the ladies' room. Then that's when they kicked us out. So anyway, we have to go find a hotel. So we go to this first hotel.
And it was so bad, they stole my towels.
The Libra. Then we went to one that said $5 a night. $5 a night.
But you had to make your own bed. Yeah, they gave me the wood, the nails.
Louis, so we get to the hotel. Our rooms are next to each other. Some girl's pounding on your door. What the hell's going on?
She was trying to get out.
That he made a movie, believe it or not. Tell them about the movie you made.
Unfortunately, it was so bad, they played it in drive-in theaters in the day.
Drive-in was there.
Whatever happened, you had this army helmet. Whatever happened?
I got rid of it. My turtle was always trying to jump on it.
Great.
He was always trying to make love to it.
So listen, my brother, he wasn't into sports much, so I took him to his first baseball game many years ago. I don't think anybody's old enough to remember back. Well, they've heard the Yankees with the Magios and the Yogi Berras. So I took him to a game, believe it or not. First game Louis ever went to. So we're there watching the game. I'm trying to explain the rules to him and everything. And first, I said, first guy gets up for the Yankees, he strikes him out, and strike 3. I said he struck him out, he's out, and he doesn't understand why the umpires, because of 3 strikes, he thinks it's he got arrested and it's a 3rd strike. You guys know about that. So all of a sudden, here comes Phil Rizzuto gets a base hit. Yogi Berra gets a double. So 2nd, 3rd, here's Joe DiMaggio, our hero, Joe DiMaggio. He comes up, ball 1, ball 2, ball 3. They're not pitching to him. Ball 4. Starts walking to first base. Louis says to me, What's he walking for? I said, Louis, he's got 4 balls.
I didn't go any further.
I said, walk proudly.
Believe it or not, my brother Louis is still cutting hair. 92 years old, believe it or not, still cutting hair. How are your haircuts coming out?
I can't see.
How do your customers like it?
They can't see either.
So listen, we got, Louis was telling me the other day, he takes the bus to work when he goes. And he got on the other day, and he's sitting in the middle of the bus, and this lady comes up with this baby, and pays the bus driver, and the bus driver looks and says, "What an ugly baby. That's the ugliest baby I've ever seen." And boy, was she mad. She came stomping back. She's sitting next to my brother Louis. She said, "Did you hear what he says? I want to go tell him off, the bus driver." So
Go ahead, I'll hold your monkey.
Anyway, I know that hopefully you already ate, because this next one, he was really the teacher. He was a teacher's pet. Louis was a teacher's pet in school, believe it or not. The teachers loved him. This one teacher, every day, he would bring her raisins. Then all of a sudden, she said one day, "Louis, you don't bring me raisins anymore."
My rabbit died.
Look at Louis, believe it or not, he's a pretty good athlete. He golfs. I heard the other day you hit 2 good balls.
I stepped on a rake.
Sorry, guys.
You have a lot of apologizing.
So he was really good in school. What was that when you were running track? What was your favorite event?
Well, I was a broad jumper from one to the other.
Okay. My brother Louis is a great musician. He's all around. He can play the guitar, he can play the mandolin, he can play even drums. Everything. And he plays a little piano, he plays a little of everything. And he also plays, believe it or not, it's in here. He also plays a little violin. You guys excited?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
A little. They get it.
They get it.
That's enough. If you guys want to hear any more, buy his CDs. Louis, tell them about when you were on Highway 95, right?
Unbelievable. I stopped to get some gasoline. I get off the 95. I get the gas. I get a cup of coffee. I get back in my car. I can't find the on-ramp. No way. I'm driving for 45 minutes. I see an old man bent over, walking, and I hollered. I said, "How do you get to 95? He hollered back, "Don't eat meat."
Now, Louis, those 2 bald-headed guys.
They got their heads together, they made an ass out of themselves.
This is the second act.
Oh, all right.
So anyway, the doctor, the memories are gone. Turn the page.
Oh, you need another card. Okay.
What about the doctor said about your health?
I said, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't play around. You think I live a long time? He says, what for?
So anyway, this is kind of embarrassing. My brother had an affair, 92, with a 25-year-old girl. Told the doctor about it. The doctor says, "Louis, it's not good for the heart."
So she dies? She dies.
So anyway, he wanted you to do exercise. He told you to walk 10 miles a day.
Yes. I walk 10 miles a day. He told me to call him in 10 days. So after 10 days, I called him. So he says to me, "How you doing, Luigi?" I said, "How should I know? I'm 100 miles from home."
Now, Louis, this is true. Louis, you were really good to your mother-in-law. You really were good to your
I
mother-in-law.
guess I was. I told you this is your house. The next day she tried to sell it.
Real estate people appreciate that. What do you consider a pleasure trip?
Taking my mother to the airport. My mother-in-law.
Yeah. Louis, you had 2 chickens. One got sick. Why'd you kill the other one?
So I could make chicken soup and make the other one well.
All right, I got to tell you that Louis' favorite food is Chinese food. He loves Chinese food. Louis can eat it every day of the week.
Yes.
Went to the restaurant with him the other day. He ordered compo chicken, but he's not supposed to eat any nuts. So he told the waitress, "Hold my nuts." What happened?
She wouldn't let it go.
You get sued for sexual harassment here.
I wish I had an opportunity before you started.
John, can we have them at risk for
Last 4th of July in San Diego, there was supposed to be an hour show of fireworks. So some guy lit the wrong fuse and everything exploded in 10 seconds. That ever happened to you?
Yeah, on my wedding night.
Yeah. We don't need that card no more.
It's coming back up again.
No, we usually get sitting ovations wherever we go. It really is. But so anyway, Louis comes home the other night. It was great. He comes home, walks in the dark house. They had candles going. He got a little affection. He got a lot of tenderness and whatever. That was great, Louis.
I was in the wrong house.
So anyway, your wife told you, "Take me somewhere I've never been in a long time."
I took her to the kitchen.
She said she wants to go somewhere expensive.
I took her to a gas station.
This isn't making fun of anybody, but Louis, 60-something years ago, dated a girl who was born with 1 leg. Really kind of sad. But she called him a few weeks, or a couple of months ago, maybe it was, and says, "Louis, how you doing?" She says, "Hey, I haven't seen you in a long time." Her name, by the way, was what?
Lena.
Eileen. Okay, so anyway, she said, so this lady unfortunately born with 1 leg and says she used to date Louis. Louis says, "What are you doing now?" She says, "I'm a waitress." Where's she work?
IHOP.
No, we're not making fun of her. She was born that way. That's okay. I got to tell this little story because I didn't believe it at first. But Louis, in the middle of the night, he was getting up and he called me. He says, "John, it's a miracle." He says, I go to the restroom and the lights come on automatically and I do my thing. You know, everything's lit. Is that bad? No. Anyway, he goes back and he says, "For the last 4 or 5 days, this has been going on. The light comes on, light goes off. What was going on?"
I was peeing in the refrigerator.